You walked in slow, like a song I forgot, with a rhythm so cruel, but I loved every drop. You didn't speak, just let your silence sing, and I heard a chorus behind everything. Your eyes, they held 1,000 tunes, like records spinning under desert moons. From the moment you touched my hand, I was a man under your command. You wore heartbreak like a velvet crown, and dressed your love in broken sound. Each kiss you gave a sacred key, unlocking the wildest part of me. We didn't promise, we didn't pray, we just burned like vinyl in the heat of the day. But deep in the wreckage, sweet and slow, was the only truth I've ever known. I'm chained to your melody, can't break free. Every note wraps tight around me. You left, but your song still plays like haunted chords in the back of my days. You're the echo that won't let go, the harmony beneath the woe. I can run, but I'll never be unchained from your melody. The nights are cold, the crowd is loud, but I still sing to your ghost in the sound. Your perfume lingers in every line. Your breath still lives inside the rhyme. I fake the smile, I play the part, but your music beats in my rebel heart. And every solo that I write cries for the love we couldn't hide. You were thunder in my sweetest verse, a wild refrain, a holy curse. I tried to write you out in pain, but your name returned like pouring rain. You're the bridge I can't rewrite, the lyric dancing in the night. I tried new songs, I changed the key, but I still fall back to your symphony. I'm chained to your melody, like a vow unspoken. Every time I heal, I end up broken. You're the beat inside the tears I hide, the reason every love since died. You sang then vanished with the wind, but your voice still crawls beneath my skin. No matter how far I try to flee, I'm still chained to your melody. We were never meant to last, but God, we live so loud, so fast. Your music scorched me from within. Now I wear your notes beneath my skin. I don't want peace, I don't want rest, I want the fire inside your chest. Even if it tears through me, I die, chained to your melody. Yeah, I'm chained to your melody, soul and flame. You're the anthem no time can tame. Every stage, every broken We're chained to your melody. So if you hear a midnight song that sounds like love but something's wrong, it's me still playing hopelessly, forever chained to your melody. You came in like the start of a song, soft and slow, but it didn't take long to turn my silence into flame, to make my broken heart sing your name. The night was cold, but your hands were warm. You smiled like a verse before the storm, and I knew right there, no turning back. Love hit like thunder on a railroad track. In smoke, every word you said, a line I wrote. Your laugh was loud, your eyes were wild, but your heart beat soft like a reckless child. You said, let's not make any plans tonight, let's just hold on to what feels right. And I said, baby, if this is a dream, let me stay asleep inside your screen. In this chorus, babe, right here beneath the notes we made, where your breath still clings to every rhyme, and love refuses to obey time. You're the fire in my fragile song, the place where all my fears belong. No need for vows, no need for rings, forever lives in how this chorus sings. Pretend we made a home in borrowed beds, shared love in whispers and cigarette reds. You traced a future on my skin with lips that tremble deep within, and I promised nothing, gave you all, letting the music break my fall. Now the stage is set, the lights burn low, but your shadow dances in every show. The crowd can't hear, but I still feel the way your voice made my soul kneel. You left the room, but stayed in the line, chain forever starts each time I sing your And when the curtain falls at last, when all our yesterdays have passed, they'll play this song and they'll believe forever started the night you chose me. We met under lights that never sleep, where the city hums and secrets keep. Your lips were stained with cherry wine, and your laugh hit hard like vintage shine. You took my hand like you already knew that love was fast and never true. But baby, in that midnight haze, we burned through time, we broke the maze. The skyline blinked like an old love song, and every red light felt so wrong. You wore danger like a second skin, and I dove right through your storm within. You said, don't ask where this will lead, but my heart had already picked up speed. We kissed like thunder, danced like flames in a world too wild to carry names. Neon nights, endless love, we rose like smoke to stars above. Faded dreams and motel sheets, but your touch still drums through every beat. We were broken, we were bold, chasing fire we couldn't hold. No map, no rules, just hearts undone. Neon nights where love begun. You painted promises on my chest, with fingers trembling, half confessed. And I believed every word you sighed, even when your smile said you lied. But some lies feel too right to grieve, so I held on long past your leave. And now these streets remember well the night we drowned where angels fell. Now I walk alone beneath the glare of city lights that don't play fair. Each alley hums with your perfume, each silence echoes in this room. I sing to ghosts with lipstick stains, to love that lived inside the flames. We wrote a song, then let it die, but its ashes still light up my sky. Neon nights, endless love, you're the scream I can't get rid of. You lit me up, then disappeared, but your name still rings through every tear. We made a vow without a sound, to love too deep to not be found. But even now, when push meets shove, I'm still chained to our endless love. And if someday you hear this line on some lost radio past midnight time, let it take you back, let it pull you near to the love we sang loud and clear. We were fire on concrete skies, we were truth wrapped in pretty lies. And though you're gone, though we came undone, still believe in our endless love. So here's to us, the bright, the wild, to every moment love beguiled. We never stayed, we never won, but God, we live beneath that neon sun. We met where the volume kissed the night, where smoke curled soft in pale stage light. Your eyes, a secret barely shown, your voice, a chord I should have known. You leaned in close, said don't pretend. Some songs don't start, they just transcend. And just like that, my heart obeyed. In the hush before the first note played, your laughter laced the amplifier hum, like a vinyl whisper from days long gone. You stood backstage with that rebel grin, and I let your storm pull me in. You didn't promise, you didn't stay, but you left your rhythm in my everyday. And though you vanished in the final clap, I still hear whisper behind the amp. Whispers behind the amp, calling my name, like echoes of love in a runaway flame. You're the ghost in every song I sing, the tremble in this guitar string. Your touch is gone, your scent is dust, but I still breathe you in every gust of feedback winds and heartbreak lamp. You're still that whisper behind the amp. We kissed in corners no one saw, between the sets without a flaw. You read my soul like a lyric sheet, marked in fire, torn and sweet. You said don't fall, just feel the burn. Some fires were never meant to return, but babe, your flame still owns this sound, still turns my silence inside out. Now every town, every stage I roam, still feels like you, still feels like home. The mic goes hot, the lights descend, but I still look for where you'd stand. No new embrace can overwrite the way we broke beneath the night. Your love's a ghost I can't unwrap, still breathing low behind the amp. Whispers behind the amp, soft and wild, the love that left me like a child. You're the chorus I can't outrun, the verse that fades but never's done. You haunt the bend, you shape the tone, you sing in places I play alone. No matter how the wires may snap, you linger, a whisper behind the amp. Some nights I swear I see you there, back of the bar, lost in the glare. Leather jacket, shadow smile, just watching me bleed for a while. But it's just memory dressed in smoke, a love that played, then gently broke, yet in the hum beneath the lamp I hear your name behind the amp. Whispers behind the amp, sweet and cruel. The ache that makes this heartbreak rule. I strum the truth, I scream, I pray, but your echo never fades away. No stage too far, no sound too loud can drown you out inside this crowd. You're not just gone, you set the stamp of love eternal behind the amp. So if you hear a guitar cry late at night beneath the sky, that's me still chasing who we were. In whispered chords I still prefer the way you love me, wild, untrammed, still heard tonight behind the amp.
We met where the needle met the groove, in a record shop with nothing to prove. You wore rebellion like a second skin, and smiled like you'd already let me in. Your voice was dust, your touch was flame, and I never heard music quite the same. You whispered some love breaks the rules, and I knew I was done playing cool. We fell fast in a backroom haze between old riffs and purple haze. Your kiss hit like a vintage track, crackled real, no turning back. You said, let's not promise what we can't keep, let's just love loud and love deep. And I swore right then beneath the stars my heart would never play in bars. Vinyl kisses and rock and roll vows, you and me beneath the sound. No preacher's prayer, no paper rings, just broken chords and angel wings. We made our oath with fender flames, sang forever without shame. And though the world might burn us down, our love still spins in stereo sound. Tops wild and free, with the city lights like a melody. You traced a future on my chest, said this ain't perfect, but it's our best. We crashed in rooms where songs were born and kissed through every early morn. We didn't need a stage or crowd, just volume turned way up and proud. Now the record skips, the room is cold, but I still feel you when the vinyl rolls. The bed's too wide, the night's too long, but I still hum our favorite song. They say all flames must fade to ash, but we're the fire behind the flash. And though your boots have left the floor, I hear your footsteps at the door. Vinyl kisses and rock and roll vows, Final kisses and rock and roll vows. If life rewinds, I'd play you again. Drop the needle, let the fire begin. We weren't perfect, we weren't tame, but every verse still holds your name. You were my song, my rawest truth, my gospel in a worn-out booth. And though the fade-out's coming near, I still hear you loud and clear. Final kisses and rock and roll vows, still screaming through the quiet now. You left, but the sound remains in every echo, in every refrain. You're my solo in the dark, the strike that lit this broken spark. And when I go, play it loud. Final kisses and rock and roll vows. The needle one last time, let love repeat in perfect rhyme. No goodbye, no curtain close, just one more song before it's slow. Walked in like a match to the wind, with a gaze that lit up everything. Leather dreams and broken chains, I knew I'd never be the same. Said don't fall unless you're sure, but babe, I'd already touched the lure. And when your fingers brushed my soul, I lost control, I lost it whole. We danced through lies and midnight streets, found truth in every time our eyes would meet. Your kiss was war, your breath was prayer, and love like that don't play fair. You whispered, let's not play it safe, let's light the fuse, let's tempt our fate. And we did. Oh, we burned like names, etched in walls, scratched into frames. Hearts on fire, strings and flames, screaming loud in love's wild name. We played like thunder, cracked like glass, raced through every red light we'd pass. You were the solo I couldn't tame, the sweetest ache I couldn't name. And though we crashed, I'd play again, with hearts on fire and strings in flames. You left your voice inside my chords, in every verse, in every word. I hear your laugh in every bend, a melody that doesn't end. The stage goes dark, the crowd fades slow, your shadow's always in the glow of amps that cry and riffs that weep in the love we sowed, too wild to keep. Some nights I still feel your heat, where our hearts would sink and the moment beat. We were ablaze without regret, two notes colliding in a sunset. And now I bleed what we became in smoky bars that chant your name. You were the storm I didn't fear. Now every silence draws you near. Hearts on fire, strings and flames. You're still the spark in all my games. I strum the past with hands that shake, still aching for the love we make. You were the sound I can't undo, still burning wild inside the blue. And though the chords may never change, they're soaked in you, strings and flames. Let them say we were too loud, too bold, too wild to be allowed. But we wrote truth in every kiss, in every breakdown, every miss. No wedding bells, no tidy end, just a blaze too pure to bend. If I had to lose or win, I'd burn with you all over again. Hearts on fire, strings and flames, two souls untamed, no one to blame. We burned the rules, we played too hard, but every note was a beating heart. You left, but babe, you still remain in every chord, in every pain. And if I die before the fame, let the last song scream your name. So when the final encore fades, when all that's left are shattered shades, know this truth through smoke and shame. I loved you loud with strings and flames. We met in the glow where the spotlight ends, behind the amps and the rush of fans. Your eyes were wild, your heart beat loud, a rebel soul lost in the crowd. You touched my hand, said just tonight, but your kiss felt like a lifelong ride. You were fire behind a velvet rope, and I was drowning just to float. Backstage air was thick with sin, but your voice broke through the noise within. We whispered dreams
in shadows deep, trading secrets we knew we'd never keep. You wore your pain like a faded tee, torn at the edges but brave and free. And I held you close like a final prayer in that fragile hour beyond repair. Backstage promises, hearts on the line. We made love between the chords and time. No vows, no rings, just broken truth and stolen nights that slipped through you. You were the song I couldn't write, the fading echo after the fight, but I still bleed where we entwined. Backstage promises we left behind. Your lipstick smudged on my guitar still plays your name from afar. We said we'd never fall too deep, but fell in silence we couldn't keep. The crowd still cheers, the curtain calls, but no one sees how hard it falls to sing each note with hollow breath, still haunted by what we never kept. Loud and bright, but none can match that sacred night. You in leather, barefoot and bold, taught me how love can't be controlled. You said this life is just a stage, but we were real beyond the cage. And though your name's not in my set, you're the chorus I can't forget. If I close my eyes, I see you there, hair in the haze, feet bare, singing along with every line as if each lyric once was mine. You never stayed to hear the end, but left your soul in every bend. And now I play for phantom cheers, still chasing what we lost those years. Backstage promises carved in stone, in the silence after we're alone. You kissed me once like forever burned, then vanished just as the page turned. But you're the sound beneath my skin, the echo where my dreams begin. And every song I sing tonight still holds your shadow in the light. So here's to love that couldn't last, but left a fire that won't burn past. I'll live and die by those sweet lies. Backstage promises in your eyes.
You walked in like a half-remembered tune, with the kind of grace that outshines the moon. Leather on your shoulders, fire in your eyes. You look like every reason love survives. I play the first chord just to breathe you in. You smile like sin wrapped up in skin. And when you whisper, let's make this true, I started writing a set list for two. We didn't talk, we just let it play, like a vinyl heart that won't obey. Every kiss was a chorus we couldn't fake, every touch a line we had to break. You said no promises, no forever lines, but babe, your name still lives in mine. And when we burned beneath the stage light blue, it felt like fate wrote a set list for two. Set list for two, no crowd inside, just you and me and the reckless night. We were verses wrapped in sweet regret, the kind of song you can't forget. You sang my soul with every move, in every silence I felt the groove. And though we broke before the final view, I'm still stuck on that set list for two. You left backstage in the morning rain, with eyeliner, tears, and no refrain. But you carved your name into my fret, in melodies I can't forget. Now every town, every smoky dive, I bring you back just to feel alive. Your ghost still hums in the chord I strum, still feels like love, no matter who I become. I tried to rewrite, tried to let go, but your rhythm's the only one I know. You're the hidden track behind the pain, the secret verse in every refrain. We never needed a curtain call, we were too wild to play it small. And though you're gone, the truth is clear, the loudest love still echoes here. Set list for two, it haunts my stage, turns every lyric into a cage. You were the key, you were the flame, now every spotlight whispers your name. We made magic with no plan, just trembling hearts and calloused hands. And every time the lights shine through, I still bleed out that set list for two. We were never built for forever songs, but we made the fire where it belongs. In backroom bars, in hotels, hotel sheets, in hurried chords and heartbeat beats. I still tune my soul to the way you breathe, still sing of love I'll never leave. You were the wild in my control, the missing lyric in my soul. Set list for two, no need to lie. We live, we love, we said goodbye. But in every encore, you're still there, floating soft in electric air. You're not a chapter, you're the book, the reason every note still shook. And if I'm only meant to love a few, then let me die with a set list for two. So if you hear a song that breaks you down in a late night bar in a nowhere town, no, it's not just sound that's pulling through. It's my heart still playing that set list for two. The house lights dim, the silence swells, the crowd fades out, but my memory yells. Your face returns with every chord, like a ghost I never could afford. You were the song before the fame, the reason I ever played this game. Now every stage feels cold and sore, but I still sing your name on my last encore. You found me when my voice was rough, when life was loud and love was tough. You kissed me 'neath those amber beams and turned my heartbreak into dreams. We didn't write a happy end, but damn, you burned like no pretend. And though we never kept the score, you still echo in my last encore. Your name on my last encore rings louder than the crowd could roar. You're the lyric etched beneath my skin, the melody I always let back in. You're the chord that shakes the floor, the silence I'll keep begging for. No final bow, no closing door, just your name on my last encore. The road was long and love grew thin, but I still feel you from within. The spotlight never healed the crack where you once
once loved and didn't come back. They cheer the hits, they want the fire, but they don't know you're the entire reason I step back out once more to whisper your name in my last encore. We said goodbye in faded tones, in hotel rooms and dial tones, but every amp I turn to high still shakes with pieces of your goodbye. You haunt the bridge, you own the hook, your every risk I ever took. And though I tried to love once more, no one lives in me like before. Your name on my last encore, written in the cracks of every floor. You were the fire behind the strings, the wind beneath my broken wings. And even if the lights go down, you'll still be here in every sound. The band fades out, but I'll implore, don't forget her name on my last Let the crowd scream, let the curtain fall, let the crew pack up, take it all. But one last chord, I'll let it soar with your name carved into my war. You weren't just love, you were the flame, the reason I ever learned the game. And when this tour becomes folklore, they'll still hear your name on my last encore. Your name on my last encore is why I came back once more. You were the line I never wrote, still dancing inside every note. So if they ask what I played for, I'll say it wasn't the fame or more. It was her, the girl I adored. And her name is my last encore. Now the amps go dark, the echoes die, but your name still climbs the sky. And even when the crowd's no more, you'll live on in my last encore.
Found your note in my old guitar case, right where your lipstick once left its trace. You wrote some songs just burned too fast, and baby, we were never built to last. But we played like gods in a smoky haze, lit every room with a rebel blaze. Your voice still dances on every fret, a melody I can't forget. We made love like thunder through motel walls. You caught my soul in every fall. You were denim tears and vinyl fire, the scream beneath my low-wired choir. You kissed like endings I never chose, left me bleeding through the solos. And when the silence finally hit, it cut deeper than any riff. This is the ballad of the broken picks, of hearts gone dull and chords that stick. We struck too hard, we played too rough, but damn, that love was loud enough. We tore the strings, we cracked the sound. Now all that's left is hollow ground, but every note still aches and sticks in the ballad of the broken pair.
We just press play and let the night wash us away. But every line I ever wrote still holds the weight of your last note. I tried to fix what we became, but love don't bend once it's aflame. Now I play with picks that split in two, just like my heart when I lost you. The crowd still roars, the lights still burn, but none of them will make you return. I fake the smile, I sing your part, but babe, you still own this broken heart. And though the bridge won't carry through, it's built on every bit of you. This is the ballad of the broken picks, of lovers torn by their own tricks, of nights we swore would never end, of fading echoes we can't defend. We screamed in keys the world forgot, we gave it everything we've got. Now all that's left are shattered licks in the ballad of the broken picks. Some play for glory, some for fame, but I just play to call your name. And every time the strings give way, I feel the things we couldn't say. You're still the song I long to play, but some chords just drift away. And when the sound begins to slip, I feel your touch in every rip. This is the ballad of the broken picks, where love was loud but time won't fix. We lit the fuse, we felt the flame, and carved our souls in sound and shame. You were the fire I couldn't tame, the note that never played the same. And though the track no longer clicks, I still bleed through broken picks. Too fast, to the song that couldn't last. But when the amp fades low and flicks, I'll whisper your name in the ballad of the broken